Hi everyone, Kenfinity here, and here's my review of Edward Scissorhands, directed by Tim Burton, starring Johnny Depp, Diane Wiest, the Winona Ryder, Vincent Price, Kathy Baker, Conchana Farrell, Anthony Michael Hall, Robert Olivery, Carolina Aaron, Alan Alkin, and Dick Anthony Williams. Great cast, really is. And this film is about a grandmother who's telling this very intriguing and personal story to her granddaughter, who's just in bed looking at this old mansion, who has really been there. Really is, historic, and has so much, gravitas, gravity, so much, gravity to it, so much gravitas, since it's been there for a year. And the grandmother tells this interesting, amazing, longing story, longing for, what this man we're going to meet doesn't have, and it's awesome because we dive right into this, nice, bright, definitely has to be either late 60s suburban neighborhood, that literally sees the mansion from right off the hill, because the mountain, it's separate. The mansion is separate, like on a mountain, yeah. Like a hill, yeah. But it's huge, so yeah, the hill. And this community is beautiful, suburbia, literally the complete opposite. And this Avon representative named Annie, super sweet, and I will double check, but yes, Annie, she sells all of the, top of the line, Avon cosmetics, and yeah, she's perfect as a sales representative. She's so, she has that whole persona, oh, now you gotta get this blend and everything, and her friends, are the talk of the neighborhood, all the other housewives and stuff, well, the housewives and stuff, they're nice ladies. But, they talk about everything. It's that kind of community where it's nothing but, amazing, I'll tell you later, but, specifically, all the way they give all this, updates and the neighborhood and everything. And one day while she's driving through the neighborhood, she's driving to sell cosmetics. So she drives up to the mansion, that's what it is, to this mansion who's been abandoned for years. And she's wondering, is anyone home? Anyone home? And there is someone home. This tall, very, gaining of awareness creation named Edward, who temporarily had these scissor hands. He was created by an inventor. And you get we'll talk about, what happens, because we get flashbacks. So, Annie is the sweetest house guy, and she takes Edward into her home, while it is just her at first. And of course, your neighbors see, who's that tall, mysterious man Annie has coming into her house? Yeah, yeah. And now they play the giant game of telephone that I was alluding to. Literally. Now, he doesn't look like he's from the state. Where did he come from? Yeah. They're all trying to figure this out and stuff, of course. Well, Annie, she just wants to give Edward a nice bed, a nice home, everything. And Edward, he's learning things, and he does talk, but he talks kind of quietly, and he's learning new things while he talks and stuff, And he sees a picture of Annie's family. Yeah, her husband, Bill Boggs. Yeah, and he's a busy busy factory worker, busy factory. Yeah, and her daughter Kim, who's beautiful in high school, and her son Kevin, who loves karate. He's 12 years old. And at first, Peggy's just showing Edward around while we get flashbacks. So, yes, this genius inventor, who's played by the genius actor in every respect, yes. He's played by, and he invented a lot of amazing machines, but he wanted to create a man. So he created this man. And at first, Edward, he had kept hair, but his hands just were these scissors, you know. But the inventor, come closer, don't be scared, come closer. Well, Edward still had the scissor hands and stuff, you know. So he was working on Edward for a long time. And it's just so much. So that was a flashback. I'm gonna come back to it. So Bill and Kevin are home for dinner, and they enjoy getting to know this sharp house guest. Literally sharp, house guest. Kevin just wants to know, man, if you could slice like the leg off, and like Kevin. And Bill's just wondering, what do you plan to do when you're in town, Edward? Hey, Ed. Yeah, and Edward says, Edward. Yeah, yeah, but Bill, he says, Ed. And then Kim, she has a rebellious boyfriend, and her best friend wants her to, always go out with them. So they come home in this fire-covered van, like literally has a fire, design, like kind of like a lightning streak, but it's fire. And she comes home. She comes home after dinner's over. That age. To be, that kind of rebellious. So she goes into her room, not to know that that's the room Edward's been staying in, and she sees a man, nothing but black clothes, sharpest fingers. She screams, and Edward, pops it, like pops so many holes in her waterbed. She has a waterbed. And of course, Anne comes to the rescue. They're, no, he's staying with us, honey. He's staying with us, darling. Her name is Anne. I just want to make sure. So I'm gonna have it on there. So he's staying with us, darling. And then we lighten up the mood. Bill takes Edward to his, convenient, bar recharging station. And give Edward what he told was lemonade, but it wasn't lemonade. And so Edward has a little bit of this, not lemonade, and he meets Kim properly. Well, she introduces herself properly, but since he had that not lemonade, it was not a good reaction at all. He was sick. So they're going to keep getting to know each other. And so they have this huge block party so everyone can get to know Edward. And of course, all the wives are just wondering where'd he come from, He's just the most unique man you've ever seen. He is a specimen. Yeah, like they're real neighborly. It's that small suburban, who is this? Peg, you never told us that, Yeah, it's that kind of suburban, telephone talk. They want to get this dish. They want to dish out. And this veteran, that, I can't feel a thing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with a formality like that. And Edward, he sees this bush and he starts making these awesome, topiaries, for first, the Bogues, his family, everything. But then her best neighbor friend, I'm saying Sophie, but if I'm wrong, but I'm not here. Yeah, wants Edward, come around to everyone now, and you can't hold them for yourself. That's exactly small. Come on. So they all take turns, and Edward, he gives them amazing haircuts. Literally has a great eye. He makes these topiaries. Literally, he makes I know he makes a T-Rex. I know he makes a ballerina. He makes these awesome topiaries. And he gives them these awesome haircuts, actually. And so now, he's one of the neighborhood. They take care of him. While we get more flashbacks to his creator, which is going to become in handy later. And, he gets to know Kim more. And how her boyfriend's like, yeah, Kim, he's calling for you. Like, he just see Edward as, he's the big, man on campus, leather jacket. Yeah, what did I do wrong? Yeah, and her best friend's like, I'm sorry. Because Edward, he gives her a steak. What did he say on hand? Like, that's not sanitary. You picked up with your hands. But Kim doesn't mind. And Edward, he shows how nice he is. Takes care of the family and everything. And he's finally interviewed on TV, local TV. And something terrible happens when he's asked a personal question. You know what it is, a personal question. But man, Kim's boyfriend just cracks up about it. And Kevin too. he could have gotten hurt. You know, Kim is like, no, you don't. He could have gotten hurt, you know? And so much happens, I know. So now it's Christmas time, and Edward makes the frozen angel ice sculpture. But he accidentally, you know, gets too close to Kim. Little slice, but man, her boyfriend, she needs to stay like a week in the infirmary. But it's just a little slice, right? So nothing's wrong. And, you know, it's cool because, you know, Edward, he's known by everyone in the community now. He literally goes with different ladies. Oh, yeah, the main neighbor, so they have her name down here again. You know, she takes Edward to her beauty salon. And if you've seen the movie, you know how they shouldn't have used that song. They used Tom. They should not have used Tom. No, for what she tried to do to Edward. You know, and I know so much happens, but yeah, we get one more flashback where Edward's inventor finally made, you know, real hands for him, you know. But it's so, if you see, you know how devastating his inventor is going to give Edward these brand new hands. Yes, he is the inventor. And Edward, he's just a stud like, oh, you know how Edward's like, oh, you know. Yes, those little expressions, you know, oh. But something terrible happens to the inventor, and those hands get shattered. It's so devastating in the moment, because you know the life Edward was supposed to have, was, you know, going to have and stuff. But he's Scissorhands. And so we're back in the present, and Edward runs off because of Kim's snot-nosed, leather-faced boyfriend. yeah, I said it. So he runs off, and of course, Kim, she never wants to speak to her boyfriend again, ex-boyfriend now. And of course, he doesn't get it. He's going to keep trying to get her back. And Edward, he runs out in the neighborhood and stuff. But he stops Kevin from getting ran over. Man, he should have gotten out the way. And he accidentally is trying to console Kevin with syrup because he slices him up a little bit. Not that bad. But the whole neighborhood, starting off with, I'm going to have his name down here, Kim's ex-boyfriend, you know, like, we can't trust anymore. So they call a police officer to get rid of Edward and stuff, find him. Well, first, you know, to find him. And they went about like, what happened? So there's this huge climax where Kim's ex-boyfriend, I'm gonna have his name, I know, goes to the giant mansion. And Edward is, you know, just wanting to have peace again. And of course, Kim wants him to. But her ex-boyfriend, he just wants to get back. He wants to get back in the Bogue residence, back in their family. You know, and it's just tragic. You know, because they have this big fight, you know, Edward and the boyfriend. But Edward accidentally does something he would never do. And the police officer is looking for an officer. His name is Officer... I saw it. He's amazing. So the officer, Officer Allen, I think. Yeah, but Officer, you know, neighborhood. You know, everyone goes up to, you know, to the gate of the mansion. Like, what happened? You know, when this officer said, all right, it's taken care of. There's nothing to see here. And everyone's like, well, what happened? They've gotten to know him so well. He's part of the community. What happened? And like, have a good night. This man is the most inconsiderate and the most uncommittal to giving them an answer. It's like, it's taken care of, folks. Have a good, and literally is taking care of, folks. And he's closing the car, police car door. Have a good night. He's the most non-committal, bro. And you know you can't do that with this. You know, especially these ladies, but their husbands too. They want to know everything. And then he really got to know the husbands well too, and everything, of course. But a sacrifice is made. You know, to make it seem like Edward is, but he's not. He's not dead. But Kim, she takes one of the prototype Scissorhands that the inventor created, takes it out, like, look, he's dead. You know, they're both dead. And, you know, it's tragic. But his memory lives on, because I don't want to give it away, but it was the biggest twist of who this this old lady storyteller is, and I did not recognize her, but let's just leave it at she was there. I'll just leave it at that. She was there, and this is an amazing and surprising, knowing who you are movie, because you can always come up with different terms, fish out of water, This is an amazing take on not, blending into society. It literally, like, their town is like the most mundane, turn on the radio, next football game, small community you can have in America, like the basic American, or anywhere, but especially, suburbs, you know what I'm talking about, community, and really Anne, for a lot of it, it's Anne, being the sweetest Avon consultant anyone has, no, not to be rude, but, she's so sweet to him and everything, and just seeing how, she just wanted to do her best, and she kept giving him makeup. She kept like, brighter tone. She gave him shirts, like she wanted to make him part of I know there's so much to talk about. She wanted to make him, part of the family, which she became, and it was amazing. There's so much to dive into because it's a movie where a lot happens, and it does sound like a lot. It's amazing. I think it'll last Harris-Kenfinity because it's so clever, and like it doesn't rely on too much like it really just relies on. Who is this mysterious man? And like these small town communities, like they get to know him, they don't care. But some bad things happen because of the scars later on. But at first, like nothing was wrong, everything was fine, But knowing what happened with the inventor, that was so heart-wrenching, man. Because he was about to be given regular hands. Like, I have a gift for you. He's about to give him regular hands, but the worst thing happened, bro. But this movie really just shows that it doesn't matter if you're different, everyone deserves to be. Don't judge a book by its cover. That's it. This is literally don't judge a book by its cover movie. He said literally Edward, he was the most timid, the most childlike, he was just trying to figure things out, and, the actor, he's so good at that, like that childlike, wonder and stuff. He was literally just trying to figure things out and stuff. And she was so sweet. Man, it was that neighborhood, man. Yeah. But it's such an inventive, don't judge a book by its cover movie. The director. This is awesome, but I feel like this is his most diverse style-wise movie because, like, the town is the most bright. Like, literally, there's so much green and pink and stuff. Like, it's a normal town, But then up there, that's the director's usual style with the dark and mysterious, But he merged them so well. And it's amazing. Yeah, it's really, it's surprising because you don't think it's going to be as deep as it is. It is so deep. Yeah, it's a wonderful movie. Literally, like, the only thing I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of the backstory with the inventor and a little bit more of Edward connecting with Kim. Because, like, a lot of it's like, but then she does really get to know. I would like to see a little bit more of that. And a little bit more of Peggy trying to juggle, like keeping Ed safe while also Edward, I should say, while also trying to, stay friends with all of the, with all the gossip group, But yeah, it was amazing, how they do have that, line drawn to protect the amazing Edward, from too much exposure to the suburban mass, especially these ladies. The husbands are fine, like they get to know Ed and stuff, but it's the wives, So it was awesome showing how that, mixed in and everything. So it was awesome. Yeah, I loved it. Thanks so muks for watching. Thank you so much for just checking out everything. Awesome video about specific year of movies is coming out. So thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when all new videos come out. And these videos will last Harris-Kenfinity.